Yeah, let's move on to sports, man. Let's talk about first one, Jayden Daniels, man. Him acting like a snot over his number, over the young brother trying to wear number 5, man. Jayden Daniels, he's distracting the team this year. He's acting like a baby. His mom is controlling him. Let's talk about that.
I want to genuinely know what you feel about the situation before I go in. I know you're playing right now.
Yeah. I felt like first I didn't care too much about it, but then I started seeing like how Washington's media, I don't know about the national media, but some of Washington's media started kind of dragging him and making a mockery of him. You know what I mean? Kind of taking shots at him on the low and making fun of him. I'm like, wow. I forget the name of the station.
Team 980?
Probably. Mm-hmm. It was like 4 or 5 guys on there and they was talking about it.
Team 980.
And it was a point to one of the guys was kind of like pushing back, like, nah, hold on, chill, like that or whatever. But the other one was kind of taking a little digs at him. And then I saw a graphic where someone had his stats versus Burrow's. I think he had better stats than Burrow altogether. If the stat was correct.
Yeah.
And the stat's pretty real, right?
Yeah.
That stat, yeah.
Yeah.
That he didn't win a national championship, but Burrow did.
Yeah.
But still, he, I think he deserves, I'm not sure of the policy, but he deserves to have, that nobody else wear that number because he did what few people have done in that school. You know what I mean? So he probably felt disrespected. He probably felt like, are you going to give my number up without talking to me? And you're going to sit up here and keep using my image and my likeness. At the end of the day, this shit is business at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. You making millions of dollars off my image. You can't even fucking respect me to not get anybody my number? Like, it's only one me. It ain't going to be another me. And I'm sure little homie cool and all that. Was he a cornerback or something?
Fucking cornerback.
Right, he cool and all that, but he ain't me, nigga. I'm me. He deserves that fucking respect. And for people who don't think that he don't deserve that respect, it's fucked up, for real. And it shows you how these people cannot wait to attack a brother of any little instance. He's this, and he feels entitled, and this and that, and is he being a distraction? Like, you're going to keep this shit going for how long? How long are you going to keep this shit going? Mm-hmm. It's his legal team's responsibility to look out for the best interests of their client. Period. Now, if you're going to make millions of dollars off me, I got a right to dictate where the fuck my jersey's going to go. Mm-hmm. Like, you're making millions. Like, they putting them on probably every fucking thing they got. Mm-hmm. Fucking cups, TV commercials, and all that. Yeah, leave my fucking jersey alone. Yeah, he deserved it. Just like, and then they asked Burrow about it, I think.
Yep.
He said, he didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm. But they ain't never wore his number since.
Right.
He won the Heisman either.
But I did hear that his was officially retired.
Okay.
I heard that Jayden's wasn't.
Got you.
So, yeah, what's your thoughts on it? Give me the breakdown.
Yeah, so, man, I mean, there's a lot of little stupid nuance. First off, this shit shouldn't be as blown up as it is.
Right.
And we talked about this, our ending conversation on Monday was something very similar to this, where they had 2 white people on the platform talking about how black quarterbacks get their backs kicked in by white media so much because they are not conforming to an image that these white folks want them to conform to. They're supposed to be humble, say, thank you, ma'am, thank you, sir, keep your head down, work. You can't fight for who you are. You can't fight for your business. You can't have any type of personality in you whatsoever. Oh, you're deemed a distraction, you're deemed this, you're deemed that. And this is before we even get on the field. We talked about Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson, 2 people that have been pillars in the community.
Right.
Good brothers, you know what I mean? Lamar Jackson is represented by his mother. He has a family unit going on. Jalen Hurts doesn't say a bad thing about any fucking body. Probably one of the nicest dudes you ever meet, humblest dude you ever meet, well-respected, well-mannered, well-spoken, and they hate that shit. And at the end of the conversation, I said, my boy 5, be ready. Because that shit's coming to you too, because you are the same way. Well-spoken, good family, don't bother nobody, take care of your business, hell of a football athlete, hell of a person off the field. But you are going to stand on business. And I have no problem with you or your team standing on business. And in the situation in this case, you have coaches going in and out of that program in LSU, and coaches promised one player one thing, because the player ultimately was wearing 3. He's wearing 3 last year. He wanted to wear 5. Jayden Daniels said no. He blocked it simply because the NIL deal was still going on, to where LSU was still making money off of Jayden's image and Jayden's likeness. They're still selling 5 jerseys. They're still doing all of this shit. So he said, no, if they're still going to continue to make money, you have to chill on 5 right now.
That's
So
I
one
can understand that.
Understand.
Yeah.
One coach said, nah. Here comes another coach, Lane Kiffin, who, if you look up Lane Kiffin's background and his track record, it's not the best. But nobody's talking about that on or Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday morning. They won't talk about how Jayden is all of this and this RG3 and all this extra shit, right? So he gave him the number without having any proper context of what's going on. That's not a Jayden problem. That's an LSU problem. But we're not talking about that. So now we're talking, you get the radio. And you would hope that these people, especially that have talked to Jayden for the last 3 years, that have been around the kid, who know who he is personally, would allow context to come out before bashing their heads in, right? And the beat writers, the Nikki Javalas, the John Kimes, the Ben Standings, they allowed time. So credit to them. They didn't just jump out here on there and start running their mouth. But these radio motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
The Chris Russells.
Yeah.
The 1067 The Fans, the junkies, and all of these white boys that want to come out here and they rather have Drake mad. They rather have something to talk about. They went and destroyed Jayden for what?
Yeah.
For what? Because he's a brother who plays quarterback, who's well-mannered, but stands on business. And this is all, and their true colors are showing themselves now at the ugliest rates possible. And you know what? I'm glad it's happening. I'm glad it's happening because Jayden has to stand across from these motherfuckers that they sit there and kiss his ass in his face and then throw dirt on his back behind him. And now you know what it really is. Now you know how to really move. LSU had 3 Heisman Trophy winners. 2 of those players' jerseys were never worn again, but Jayden's has to be worn again, and now he has to sit on his knees and get. And do, what are we doing here, bro? This is a clear situation to me of a brother standing on business and these white boys not liking it. Straight up and down.
Yeah.
If you ask me, because if you actually read the article and you look at context, Jayden wasn't even mad at the number itself. It's the fact that the number was still attached to his image that LSU was still making money off of that he wasn't going for. So you allow time to go. You allow some time to lapse. You allow that NIL deal to go ahead and disintegrate. Somebody want to wear 5, go for it. Who gives a shit? If Jayden's 6, 7 years in the league doing his thing, that NIL deal, no more business to do with LSU, who gives a shit? But being as though it was not even 4 fucking years, a whole graduation period coming through, and this dude wants to wear it now when Jayden Daniels can still sit on the sideline as an alum, when Jayden Daniels can still sit there as an LSU person with the number 5, synonymous for it, y'all want to get his brother a problem. A brother that's never caused any trouble whatsoever to anybody. But if you listen to that radio, you think he was the next RG3. You would think that he was in there and
well, he got to be Jayden got to be RG3 and Jalen has to be Russell. We all the same, remember?
Yep, we all box into the same shit. Exactly. Perfectly put.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not surprising to me. It's annoying to watch these crackers in their glory right now, just bashing a dude that doesn't deserve it. But he'll speak on the field, man. We got 30 days, and I'm very excited to get to football, man, because I'm not surprised by any of this. Like I said, 4 days ago, I called it. You know what I mean? I didn't think it would be this soon. I thought we'd at least get some football in before they start kicking us back in, but it's not surprising at all, man.
Yeah. Nah, he broke that down very well put. We could put a cherry on that. Let's talk about this one, man. So Jalen Hurts interception video.
God damn, that shit going crazy.